Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and full review of this WeGuard massage gaming chair, racing office computer game and so on. Here it's listed for around $165 on Amazon. Yeah, I bought it about 2 weeks ago. It was with Prime, a little bit cheaper. It was the black one. Now I can only find this black and white. Maybe the other one comes back. So the question is, of course, how easy it is to assemble and how good is the quality and how comfortable it is and does it really work and all these things. So this is my honest review. This is not a paid review. This is just my full honest opinion on that. So yeah, the chair, regarding the chair, you can see what you can do. I mean, you can pull out this footrest, and is it any good? Yeah, I mean, it's working, it's more or less stable, you can use that, but the problem is you cannot pull it out enough to have like your feet on it. So you have, I mean, your legs, I mean, it's almost your knees, you have almost to put your knees on that. So if you're a little bit large, I mean, if you're super small, yeah, maybe it works for you, but the problem is really you cannot put your feet on it, so it's not really super comfortable. I think you won't be able to sleep on it. It's not working. The back, yeah, you can really pull it down 180 degrees, that works. I'm going to show you that definitely works. It's good, it's stable, it makes a good impression. I think you can really do that for whatever reason you want to do that. Here everything, yeah, massage thing, yeah, that's just a cushion. I mean, that's the pillow. You can remove it if you don't like it. For me, it's a little bit too strong. It's also weird, and also the other pillow on top. Yeah, I'm not a real big friend of these really big, large, bulky pillows, so I'll probably go and remove these things, but you don't have to use this. It says, yeah, stable metal frame, adjustable armrest. The armrest, yeah, it's a little bit a problem with the armrest. I mean, they are more or less firm in place, you can secure them, but they are not as stable as the old series. I mean, there was an old series of such gaming chairs and they were a little bit more stable, so these armrests are a little bit shaky. I'm not saying they're falling apart, but they are not as stable as the old ones. So bottom line, I mean, overall my recommendation is, yeah, it's a solid thing. It's not a $300 chair, but it's not a scam. It's not falling apart after a couple of weeks, but yeah, you can expect that it will last about maybe 2 years or so. We had an old one, similar style, was lasting for about 2 years with all day usage, almost from morning till the evening. And the question, of course, is, would I buy this again for around $160? Yeah, I would say no. For me, it's just a little bit too expensive. It's not a bad thing, but it's a little bit too expensive, and we can definitely find cheaper ones. And I found one in the meantime, and usually you can buy this thing for around $100. I think it's pretty much the same thing. When you look at the details, I think it's coming from the same manufacturer. It just has a little bit of different writing, a little bit of different style in the back, but I think the core structure, everything is pretty much the same, so you can expect about the same quality with this thing. You have also similar functionality. You don't have this footrest, but for me, anyway, the footrest doesn't work. You don't have the vibration, so basically it lacks of everything which you don't need, and it has a limit of, I think, around 150 degrees. Yeah, here we have it somewhere. It was here, yeah, 150 degrees recliner, so it's not 180 degrees, but yeah, who needs 180 degrees? So if I have to give a recommendation, I would go with this one. I'll put down the link to this one anyway into the description. I mean, also to the other one, if you really like the top thing here with all the extras. And so now let's go to the unboxing and the assembly. So here we are ready to start. We need to start with this thing, button, but like reverted, so you can put the wheels on it. I think we are going to see the instructions next here. Yeah, here you can see the instructions. I think I don't have to upload. The picture is pretty clear, so I think you can see everything from here. The only thing which is not clear is about these washers here. You have to find out based on the picture here, but I can tell you, you have to start with the smaller ones, and at the end for the back you need the larger ones. So everything like here, for the seat here, these things, and I think also these things are done with the smaller washers, and here for the back we need the larger ones. Then you can see we can add these wheels here. That's super easy. Yeah, with a little bit of strong push. Usually you can push them in. If it doesn't work to push in, you can use your hand, and yeah, just use your hand like a hammer and push them down. But usually it works with just pushing a little bit hard. And so we are ready here. And of course, next thing is this one, also pretty easy. Just put it in, no screws, no nothing, and this on top. You can already put it here. Yeah, so you don't forget it. If you put everything on top and you have forgot it, yeah, that's not good. So best is you do it right now. Yeah, the next thing is a little bit difficult. You have to mount this bottom plate here on the seat, and you can see there are screws, I mean holes here. We need these inner screws like this one, and there should be on top also. Yeah, stop this thing here. That's the crazy thing. Yeah, I went a little bit back with the video. Hope you can see that. So here we have actually two screws. I mean, two screws which we don't need. The ones here, the one here, and the one here we don't need. We need the one here and the one here, but here as well, and these holes are missing. I mean, underneath there's a metal thing and there are holes like a thread in it, but there's no hole in the fabrics, and you really have to drill a hole. I'm going to show you that, how you do that. Yeah, here you can also see the washers. They are the large ones and the small ones. For this thing here we need the small ones. And yeah, the best thing is if you don't have the holes like me here, then yeah, you really have to drill a hole. Yeah, I'm already too late here. I have to go back. Yeah, now you can see that we had to drill a hole. Yeah, it's easy to feel where the threads are. And yeah, the best is maybe you take somebody else to also make sure that you're at the right location. But you can also hold this thing. You could take this thing and mount it with these two screws, so you know really where to drill the holes if you don't have it. I have seen other videos about that. Most of these seats come with the holes. So maybe there are just a couple of seats where they forgot to drill the holes. So if you don't have them, don't send the chair back. It's easy to drill the holes there, and then you can use the screws. So you can see that. So it needs to be secured with 4 screws, of course. All same assembly, 3 parts, the screw, then a spring, and then the metal washer. And then of course, yeah, just secure it either with like a drill. Of course, you can also use the Allen wrench, which was delivered together with the screws and everything. So just make sure that you are not securing this too hard. I mean, especially when you're using the electric screwdriver, but usually it's pretty stable, so you shouldn't have any problems here. Then the next big thing is the armrest on the side. Yeah, maybe you can see that here. It's a little bit tough to do it on your own. Maybe it's easier when you have like a helping hand, somebody lifting the bottom plate of the chair, and then you can start to screw. I mean, you can put this thing by hand. The problem is just this one here is a little bit difficult because the hole, you can see that there's a hole here in the fabrics and the hole is very small. That's in general a problem with this chair. for most of the holes in the fabrics are too small, so it's very hard to see the thread inside. And also, like, some of the fabrics will then get stuck together with the screw, and it's really hard to put it inside. You'll see that I'm not going to waste your time and showing this for hours, but you can see it's really difficult here. I had a little bit of helping hand, but still I had huge problems. Yeah, one of the tricks could also be, now you better remove the thing. Yeah, the footrest, yeah, I was not aware of that. It's better to remove. I mean, you can just pull it fully out, and then you don't have this metal just close to the screw. So it's better just pull the thing out, then this metal thing will be out of the way, and just try. You can see now, yeah, that's the problem here, because of a lot of fabrics is still there, and it's almost impossible to put to secure the screw there, because there's always like some of the fabrics in the way. Then yeah, of course you can turn the thing around and work on the other side. Same thing here. By the way, there is something which I wanted to show you. We have not been sure which part goes to the front and which part goes to the back. And there's one part which is a little bit shorter. I think this part is a little bit longer. Here this is a little bit shorter. There was nothing about that in the instructions, and we had it from an old chair, very similar chair, and maybe that was there it was in the instructions. So, and we decided to do it the same way, which means the shorter part, like this one here, goes to the back, and the longer one here goes to the front. We decided for that, but you probably won't have a big difference if you choose to go to the other way, but I think it's the better choice here. Yeah, and then you do exactly same thing here. Yeah, I was really struggling for a long time. Both sides have been really difficult to secure. I mean, the screws inside very easy. The other one with the small holes and a lot of fabrics in the way. Yeah, it has been a huge struggle for long time. I got really tired of this thing here. But finally we had it ready. Here you can see 2 screws here, 2 screws on the other side, everything stable. And yeah, you will, and what I really recommend is to use the Allen wrench at the end. Yeah, here you can see that what I suggest at the end, because this has to be really stable. So use the Allen wrench for all the screws at the end to give it like a little bit of extra push to really secure it hard, like everywhere for all the screws. Yeah, and then at the end we have the lower part and we have the upper part, or the base of the upper part. We just put this thing on top of that. It's a little bit difficult, but just takes a couple of seconds, and then you're ready. Also no screws to use, just put it on top, and that's already ready. And yeah, then we have only the back of the chair left. Yeah, it hasn't been clear in the instructions what's first, if to secure the seat, bottom part of the seat on top of the base, or first start with the back of the seat. So we decided for this thing here, and I think it was not a bad decision. Yeah, like always, make sure that you have something on the floor, like something to protect, especially if you have some really sensitive floor, or anyway also to protect the chair. You can see, yeah, here we have the large screws, the 25mm screws, and also the large washer here 4 times. And the best thing is really if you have somebody to help to keep the back of the seat straight, and so you can secure it here. This thing has definitely been easier, not super easy, but definitely easier than to secure the bottom plate of the chair. So you'll see how easy this goes here. Usually definitely not a big deal. And also the other side. So that was one of the easier parts here. and then at the end you have these plastic covers here with one screw. That's even easier. You have two of the holes here, and these are not only holes, these are holes with a thread here, so you can easily use this screw, just let it fall into the hole here and then hold it towards this metal thing, and then use normal screwdriver. I mean, you can also use the thing which was in the packaging, and this has been also very easy to attach. Usually it is automatically more or less centered, so definitely no big deal for this thing, just usually a matter of seconds. And then same thing on the other side. This thing is a little bit smaller, so we'll see how this works. One is a little bit larger and one is a little bit smaller, but also on this side it works absolutely the same. So just use the screwdriver to hold the screw in place and then start screwing, and usually it will work. Yeah, here you can see also how this works with the footrest. You can turn it like this, and yeah, like fold it and put it back so nobody will see it. So it's really convenient. It's not super strong, it's not super sturdy, but it's sturdy enough to hold your feet, unless you're like 400 pounds or so. And then that's the last part here, just the pillows. I don't know why the quality is so bad. Yeah, maybe there was some zooming in it, which was not needed at this point, but yeah, you can see more or less it's just pushing one of these bands through the lower part, and one on the upper part here through this gap here, and then secure it. And same thing on the other side. Really no big deal. There is some gap. I mean, the gap on top, you can see the gap at the bottom. It's a little bit difficult to find, but it's no problem. And also the pillow here for the top. So we are finished now with the assembly. And so you can see the chair when it's finished floating around. So you can see you can really pull it down 180 degrees, and you can make, yeah, almost every angle you can do with the back. So it's really convenient, very flexible, it's comfortable. I mean, it has nice cushion, it's not too hard, not too soft, everything is nicely working. So I think it's definitely not a bad thing. Here you can see the cable also for this pillow here, it's independent working. So if you remove the pillow here, you can also remove the cable. Yeah, and here we tested this with a power bank. You can see really, yeah, it's working, definitely pretty strong. Yeah, just take any USB power, like here, power bank, and it will work. So you don't have to pull a long cable through the room for the vibration pillow. But of course it's pretty strong. I don't know how long a power bank will last, but it's definitely working with a power bank. So again, here back to the original listing. Yeah, good, solid thing, not perfect quality. The armrests are a little bit weak. Yeah, the missing holes have been bothering us a little bit, and so it took us about 1.5 hours with 2 persons. But of course, yeah, we got a little bit tired at the end. We also did a lot of research on the internet what to do with the missing holes, and it looks like nobody else has experienced that. Maybe it was just really 1 in 1,000 or so which we got, and all the other ones have these holes here. I don't know, would be really interesting to learn from you if you had same problem, or if you got it with all the holes already and no problem with that. So, but anyway, for me, yeah, again, it's a little bit too expensive. If you can buy something like this, like Firmax, I think that makes a little bit more sense. For me, I think that's the better option. Yeah, around $100. No silly extras which you don't need, but still everything probably same quality. You can see the bottom of the chair, it's pretty much same. Armrest is same, and it's probably coming out of the same factory. So if you don't need these silly extras and the vibration, which you probably won't need anyway, so you can go with this one. And yeah, I'll put down the link of both of them into the description so you can check them out, or the one which you prefer. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.